Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. Out at the range today with heavy metal. Man, I'm super excited to get this one to the range. You guys that watched the show saw me pick this up, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago now. Maybe not that long, but it feels like forever. This is a 270 WSM or 270 Winchester short mag. Now that I've got it out here at the range, this thing is super lightweight, has a bunch of horsepower. This would have been perfect for my elk hunting trip I was just on in Utah. Lightweight, lots of horsepower. So 270 short mag, when you think 270, you normally think a 130 grain projectile at 3,000 to 3,050 feet per second, or some factory loadings are 150 grain, but those are slowed down to about 2,800 feet per second or so in a 270 Winchester. Well, this is a 270 Winchester short mag. Mag normally means more boogie. So I've been able to find 2 factory loadings so far. Shout out to my local spot Tollivers. And it's these 2 right here. So remember, typical 270s, 130 grain at 3,000 feet per second. Well, here's the 2 that I found for short mag. This is a 150 grainer going 3,150 feet per second. So 270 short mag is roughly 300 feet per second faster than a 270 Winchester. A lot of people think 270, that's the greatest one ever, you know. Well, here's also a 145 grainer going 3,100 feet per second. So yeah, 270 short mag, it's got some sauce on it. Now today I'm gonna sight it in with the cheapy stuff, this stuff, and just see what it thinks. Winchester PowerPoint. I typically don't pick this stuff up, but that's what they had there at the shop. And if it absolutely loves one of these, I'll probably pick up some more. But this is another one I'll probably end up hand loading for. But this thing is super lightweight. This will be an awesome hunting rig. I'm definitely going to get this one threaded. 270 short mag is hard to come by. And this thing's just nice. The only thing that I don't like about this Browning is the trigger. So, ooh, I got to sneeze. Hold on, time out. Well, the sneeze didn't come, but I still got the tickle in my nose. But this action is great. Smooth action. Browning stainless stalker. Trigger's just heavy on this thing. I like the style of the trigger, big, flat. Oh, I feel like you gotta, to do precision stuff, that's a heavy trigger. And I like precision groups. But, you guys that have one of these old school stainless stalkers say you love them. Kind of a collector's piece. I had this scope laying around that I actually had on my 300 WSM, my 300 short mag, that I had taken this off. This is an Athlon Argos BTR Gen 2 with 34 zoomies. So yeah, lightweight, it's going to be jumpy, but let's see what happens. I'm going to get it on paper here at 10 yards. I'm going to go back to 100. Do some groups with these 150 grainers. See what happens. 270 short mag. If you love 270 short mag, make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to do a bunch of ballistic stuff on this to educate myself and share that information along with you guys. It's my goal to know everything about everything up in this noggin. Even if I forgot it, I have the videos we can reference. But yeah, let's get this thing on paper at 10 yards like I always do. And we'll get it on at 100. See how much it rocks us. It's gonna make some noise. All right, now I just bore sighted it in the lead sled, and I've got a paper plate at 10 yards right here. This is how I do everything, how I get everything sighted in. Paper plate at 10 yards. And let's see where we're at. I'm gonna aim at the top dot. I wanna hit on the bottom dot. We should be pretty close. We need some ammo, don't we? Man, that's a short, little, fat, stubby thing. 270 WSM. Woo! Yeah, it's got some sauce on it. That would take a deer for sure, wouldn't it? Here we go. Aiming at the top dot. Break the trigger clean. Oh yeah. She jumps pretty good. Jumps pretty good, man. Boogie. I'm getting soft using these cans, taking all the recoil out of everything. So our up and down is good there. Need to adjust slightly left for right. So it's left. So I need to crank it to the right. Let's send another one, see where it's at. I don't think I did a very good job of holding it still and turning that there. Yeah, we're in there now, but man, this thing is loud. Very loud. Down here on a holler. And this down is just woo. This thing is super loud. Definitely need to get this one threaded. Stay tuned for that. Well, let's go back to 100 and do some groups with it. All right, here we go, back at the bench. And for this one, I think I'm just gonna take my time, go slow and single feed them. Make sure my ears are in good. We had it on there pretty square at 10 yards, so we should at least be on paper here. Oh, come on, don't do me like that. We push it down in there first. This does not have a detachable mag. Likes to be down in there first. All right, do my best here. This is the Caldwell Rock BR rest. I like this thing with a rear squeeze bag. I like using a lead sled, but I also like this thing. Now, when I try to do precision stuff, I try to not touch anything and I only touch the trigger, which in a Magnum like this is gonna rock me pretty good. So if you wanna laugh, keep a close eye on my eyeball. Hopefully we're not bleeding here. Now, man, this scope was in the garage on top of the fridge for a while. It's kind of dusty, but I don't have it cranked to all 34 zoomies. Should I? That's 30. Let's do it with 30. Set my parallax here. Do my absolute best on these trigger squeezes. See where we're at with this first fling here. Sitting there holding my breath, trying to break that trigger and getting harder and harder and harder. Had the safety on. Thinking, man, I knew it was heavy, but I didn't think it was that heavy. Here we go. It's gonna be loud. Yep, that was loud. And we're low. About 4 inches low, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a group on that. Save this brass. I don't think I have dies for this yet, but I need to eventually. Send 2 more on that. Hold there. Boom! That's a big boom. My shoulder felt that one. I don't want to hold it too tight into my shoulder because then I feel like that's gonna affect my precision. Number 3 here for this first group. Boom! Not too bad. That's under 1 inch with that PowerPoint stuff. Winchester. Let's make an adjustment here, let it cool for just a second and see where we're at. It's down, so we need to turn it up. How much here? Just go down to the dot. My adjustment should be pretty close here. I didn't talk about this mount. This is the first Browning I've ever picked up in my life. And I found these DNZ mounts. I've been using on a few things here recently. I actually ordered these one-piece mount kit off of DNZ's website. It's not some kind of ad or anything, but I bought these off of the DNZ site. and it actually fit up pretty good. I like the silver because it matches the stainless, but let's do another group with this stuff. I can see this being an awesome Western rig, mule deer, elk. Man, it's got sauce. Top left, do another group. Ooh, just broke that one slightly left. Broke that one slightly left. It's that heavy trigger. I know they make triggers for these. I'll probably eventually do a better trigger in this. That was a good squeeze. Yeah, we're in there. It's almost impossible to break this trigger without moving the hold. Almost impossible. I'm doing my best here. Man. Yeah, it's probably a solid 1-inch group. Not terrible. Let's go measure those quick. All right, so I just measured those groups. Slightly better than what I guessed. First one was here, 2 touching. Overall group of 3 was 0.75. And then that last one we did was a 0.87. You see the caliper screen there? We got a lot of sun here. There we go, kind of, 0.87. 270 Winchester short mag. I dig it. But hey guys, appreciate you watching. Hey, share this video with your friends. Make sure you're subscribed. It is my goal to have videos and knowledge on pretty much everything cartridge and ballistics related. I found this 270 short mag at my local Spot Tollivers. Had to get it so we can have videos on it and I can learn about it. But hey, stay tuned for a lot more. Look at the fit of those rings. I really like how those rings work out. That's that DNZ brand. One piece. It held fine. A lot of things these days I have has 2 screws per ring, but I did fine. I think that's aluminum. I thought that would just look cool on that stainless. But hey, this thing's got some sauce on it. Stay tuned. I'm gonna do a lot more videos. Factory testing. Sometime I'm gonna get time to hand load the 270 short mag. And also some ballistic stuff I'm gonna learn myself. But this will be a fantastic critter getter, that's for sure. Right now with that load, 0.87, worst group, I'd be confident hunting with this thing to probably 300 or 400 yards, but we're gonna do better than that. But man, this thing's lightweight. It's rocking me pretty good. But I love it. Appreciate y'all. Like I said, make sure you've subscribed if you haven't already. Stay tuned for a lot more on 270 short mag and a whole lot more. I'm working super hard to have new videos, new content, keeping you on your toes, new stuff every day. Appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, sign up for the newsletter over at WHOTEEWHO.com. Make sure you do that. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. WHOTEEWHO.
Load it up and get it on as soon as you can. 30-06, 10 mil, 50 cal. It don't make a difference, man. We like to shoot at